Well, rest in peace, Steve Guru. I do not look forward to doing this video. I haven't, but I'm going to do it. I need to do it. This is a Tucson, and I think it's a T34, T35. I don't know. Steve Guru gave me this knife. He's given me a lot of knives, and he's one of the few people in this knife world, this knife thing on social media that I traded with. I don't trade. I hate trading. That's nothing to do with this. But Steve, I traded with. What I don't want from this video is a lot of people going, sorry for your loss, because it's not just my loss. All right. And I'm not going to do this thing where I act like Steve and I were best friends. Steve was a really good dude. He really showed a lot of love towards my channel. We talked through email and messenger, and he was a good guy. He passed away recently. He was certainly closer with a lot of folks in the community. Jeff from Freedom Frog Gear and Lacey from EDC and Lace, and he was very close with both of those. And to both of you guys, Lacey and Jeff, Frog, my heart, my soul, my thoughts, my prayers are with you, and I am sorry for your loss. This whole knife world lost with Steve passed. He was a fighter, tough dude, and I don't mean just physically. I mean, that only goes so far in life. From what I understand with Steve, he was a double amputee. He had had a lot of heart problems, and if I'm not mistaken, it was his heart gave out. And I could be wrong in that, but I believe his heart gave out, I believe, this past week. About a month ago, maybe longer, but about a month, Frog reached out to me, and he said, man, have you heard anything from Steve? Because Frog and Steve had talked every day for a long time, even when Steve was in the hospital. And I said, buddy, I hadn't in a while. And it's like Steve had kind of disappeared off the radar then. I think he was already in the hospital. Jeff reached out to Steve's family, and he found out he was in the hospital. And then I saw a post from Lacey a day or two ago, and it broke my heart, but not for me as much as it did just for all of the folks that Steve touched and blessed and did for and supported. There's a lot of knife tubers and knife channels on Instagram and Facebook that Steve supported, but he was just a good dude. He always had an encouraging word. He always spoke his mind. If he disagreed with you, he said it. That's something that's lost in this day and age. And he did it in a way to where he spoke his mind, but he wasn't trying to offend you. If you got offended, that was on you, but he just disagreed and would talk to you about it. He and I went back and forth several times over emails about different things. And when he had a certain situation come up that he and I really kind of bonded over and went back and forth on, and that's between he and I. But I got to know Steve right there, and listen, my dad's a pastor. Many of you know that, and I've been around death my whole life, and the truth is, when somebody passes like this, all we know to do is speak on our experiences with them. I'm not trying to hijack or his experiences or act like we were best buddies. Brothers in the blade, certainly. And again, there are people who are closer, but I can only tell you my experience of Steve, and it was all positive. He will be missed. I'm doing this video for a couple of reasons. One is I have a larger platform, especially on YouTube, and I feel like I can get the word out pretty good. The other part of that is this: a lot of guys who have channels watch my channel, and I would appreciate if you guys would give Steve just a quick shout out. Man, he would have loved that. He was in a lot of the live chats, and he would always speak, and I tried to show him as much love as he showed me, but that was impossible. I'm also doing it because I want people to know that it's all right to disagree with folks, right? You can do that. You don't have to argue, and Steve was living proof of that. Now, I will say this: if you got on the wrong side of him, you got on the wrong side of him. I never did. He was a good dude. Steve, God bless you, buddy. I'm heartbroken for you, for your family. You will be missed, my friend. There's no need to say more. Again, to Frog and to Lacey and to those of you who really knew Steve and really loved Steve, man, my heart goes out to you. It's crazy when you get on YouTube or you start a channel, you don't expect to get close with people. You really don't. And this hits home. I never thought that something like this, someone passing that you've never met in quote unquote real life, could bother you so much. But it's a testament to him, isn't it? Guys, I love y'all. God knows I do. I hope you have a good weekend. Steve, Guru, my brother, rest in peace. I'm scared. You're not. I'm gone, son. Y'all have a good weekend.